more voice. And for the older students, I'm sorry for yesterday. We had a class, but a bit of family issues. हमारे घरों में थोड़ा सा problem चल रहा है. Somebody I lost in my family, very close relatives, 2 of them for that matter. So I'm sorry, it doesn't happen like that. So typically the pattern that we follow is, we have these relay sessions. Okay, so just to explain who have joined me new. So for example, I start from topic A, okay, then topic B, then topic C, and I as a teacher knows which topics are linked. So I can always start another new batch from topic C. So A and B, they merge with C. Maybe D I will not. अगर link नहीं है, I can join students at topic E also. Okay? So there are some entry points in geography, not randomly. Broadly, in geography we have 2 broad heads. One is the physical geography, okay? The other is the human geography. ऐसे देखा जाएगा तो yes, there is some relationship, but they can be treated as 2 different topics. And wherever required, I will ultimately definitely merge and support all of you there. Okay. So today we are starting off with a new batch. Some of you have joined me with the mapping sessions of month of June also. Okay. So just tell all of you what all we are doing so that you are familiar with our approach. Hi all of you online students. I hope I am streaming fine. Can you all confirm that? Good afternoon. Sashi, Pragati, Vaibhav, Pooja. Am I streaming fine? Yes? Okay. So, all students, your topic remains. It's my responsibility. It will take me not more than a couple of sessions. We'll be done by that. Okay. Others, welcome all of you. Hi Shivani, Mohini. Okay. So, I can see some new names, some old names. Okay. So fine, good afternoon all of you. So let me spend the initial couple of minutes in explaining the process to all of you. And see, whenever I start a batch, say today I'm starting a batch, in most cases, say today is what, July the 5th. Okay, the official, we had to begin on 2nd of July, but then we got delayed. Okay. So wherever possible, we take students 1 month before. Okay. So those who have joined me today, from today your formal course starts. Okay. But sometimes what we do is, wherever our time permits, okay. So we take students 1 month before, and we have, it depends, 15, 20 classes sometimes, not every day. We do maps. Okay, world maps in particular, because as geography students, ये world maps बहुत important होते हैं. Syllabus में है नहीं, but prelims में you do have questions, and anything I talk in geography, population, earthquakes, cyclones, agriculture, industries, landforms, you need to know the places of the world. Okay, so last 2 years I am doing this. Wherever it permits me, I start the batch earlier. So I announced that I'll start the course from May, June, and we call this as the initiation batch. Okay, so good number of you have been part of that batch, where we have done 15, 20 lectures of world maps. We had classes, Shivani madam was one, Ajay sir another one. They have taken the sessions with me. Okay, so now we bring you here. Those who have joined me here, okay, you have not done these sessions at all. So only way is, I can give you the notes maybe, or I'll see if my system permits, I can help you with the recorded videos. Okay, but ultimately important hai. Okay, this is a part of my support, but if you join me late, I cannot do anything there. Okay, so that's one thing. Those, how many of you have joined me from today and not done this one? Raise your hand, please. Okay, you have not done this batch at all? Wow, the others have done it. So there's a good number of students. Koi baat nahi, whatever reasons we had. So my commitment is to start from here. This is an extra portion that we have. So I'll talk to my tech system team there. They can give you the recorded sessions maybe. और ये हम recently करा रहे हैं. It's not what we have done every time. Okay, I realize that maps are important. Okay, so that's one thing you should know. The second thing, without getting restless, geography optional जो foundation course है, the foundation course, it will take me 6 months. 6 months plus or minus 4, 5, 6 days, 1 week maybe. Generally, I do not miss in a grand way, but sometimes unforeseen circumstances, we might go slow sometimes. Okay, so 6 months. So count from today. Okay, July, say August, September, October, November, December, January first week is when, sorry? Yeah, first week of January is when your foundation course gets over. What I mean by foundation course, in the foundation course, I will cover more than 90% of your syllabus. Okay, I will ensure that all the concepts you understand fairly well. You'll get your notes also. Okay, plus some support systems in terms of your answers, L1, L2 answers मिलेगा आपको. Okay, but to be very honest, foundation course in anything, not just geography. Geography hai, anthropology hai, sociology hai, pol science, whatever, or even GS for that matter, foundation course is not enough to qualify. Okay, 6, 7 years ago, 4, 5 years ago, the questions were more straight and simple. So if you did foundation, it was enough. In fact, I remember when I took my first batch way back in 2001, 2000 May, my first batch, it was late 1999 actually. Then geography course was 3.5 months. I would start in the month of January, finish the course by mid-March, then 1 month of prelims work, people clear prelims and give the examination also. Some of them would join the course after the prelims, okay, and study with me for 2.5 months, jo bhi possible tha, give the mains also. So partly I am guilty of expanding the course, okay, but UPSC, the type of questions they ask, the type of depth that they demand, this 3.5 months became 4 months, became 4.5 months, became 5 months, okay, and eventually today it is 6 months, okay. So don't get restless before that, please. And I have promised you 90% of the course, I will do more than that. I will deliver 90-23, but I always want to keep myself in a safe range. तो ये कॉलर नहीं पकड़ लो, ठीक है? 100% तो बेटा कोई नहीं करा पाएगा. I can promise you, okay, मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, तब भी मुमकिन नहीं था, ठीक है? 100% is impossible and not required. I always believe that prepare according to the questions asked. We don't want you to become geographers. Okay, we want you to be smart enough to clear the examination. So आपको 100% नहीं चाहिए. Okay, for example, your syllabus mentions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they will not ask questions from 5. They have not been asking much from 4, but they may be asking a topic from A, जो इस list में है नहीं. They may be asking from a topic called 6, जो list में नहीं है. So what I will do is, I'll teach 1, I'll teach 2, I'll teach A, I'll teach 3. I will not teach 4 and 5 and teach maybe 6. So I will try covering whatever I can, even if the syllabus doesn't have it, provided it makes sense for the examination. Okay, that's my approach there. Okay, so 6 months is what I need. Those who have joined me from now, you focus on this one. Let's not get worked up about, sir, what about tests? What about additional component? वो अलग है. Some of you have joined me in a course called as enrichment course also. That happens after foundation. I'll come to it afterwards. Abhi, let's not bother about. I'm doing some changes this time. I'll let you know what the changes are. Okay. So that's one thing. So one I said, okay, that you have started from population geography and map is what you have not done with me right now, but I'll help you in that case. Ye second part hai. Third, okay. the beginning topic for most of you is population geography. Population, okay, and I'll follow this by another topic called settlement. In fact, these two topics are again entry points for geography. Okay, let me explain first why do we have settlement geography and population geography part of geography. So some of you understand this. What does geography study? Geography studies man and his interaction with earth. Whatever man does on earth and why he does it on earth. What does man do? Man does agriculture. Why does he do it? He needs food because there is fertile soil, there is water. So I'll study agriculture, I'll study rainfall, I will study soil. What does man do? Man does industries. Why does he do it? For development. Why he does? Because there are minerals. Why does it do that? Because there is some geological history to it. Okay. What man does is man makes societies. Why does he make societies? Because he lives in groups, which is population. His society operates through culture. Okay. So I study population and culture also in geography. So when I say geography, it's a study of man and earth relationship. Whatever man does, okay, and why he is doing what he is doing. So this man-earth relationship is divided into two parts. It's divided into the study of the natural earth and the study of the man-made aspects. Natural earth is natural climate, natural forests, natural soils, natural land, natural oceans, natural wildlife. Whatever earth has as a part of its natural environment. Khushi, you have problems in logging in. Okay. I hope others are fine, or is just problem of one person? Others have logged in properly. Hi Sachrit, Tanisha. It's fine now. Okay, fine. Right? Okay, Adhish, let me know if you have a problem. It's possible. Okay, last time also we had one server issue and I was told it was because of the problem of connectivity. Acha, theek hai. So be patient, please, all of you. Tech things sometimes do go awry. I'll ensure none of you miss out anything. Okay, fine. Thanks for being patient. Introduction, beta wahi kar raha hu abhi, Sujit. I'm just introducing what I'm going to teach. So I started by saying that geography is the study of man-environment relationship, man-earth relationship. In this man-earth relationship, there is one component called as the natural world. The natural forests, thank you. The natural forests, the natural wildlife, the oceans are natural, the climate is natural. What is natural is the land we live on, the continents are natural. What is natural are the soil systems that we have. So the study of this natural world is what is called as the physical environment or the physical geography. So man-made, whatever is man-made, the houses we make are man-made, the cities we make are man-made, the villages are man-made, the industries are man-made, the roads and the railways are man-made, the trading systems are man-made, agriculture is man-made. Okay, whatever man is doing on the earth, so ultimately geography covers a huge part of human activities. और ये सब आपके GS के specialized papers में हैं. Okay, you have got economy, trade, transport, environment, disasters, agriculture, okay, population is all part of GS ultimately. But we in geography we study that as a unit. So we call this man-made thing as human geography. One mistake people make is they assume human geography is only geographical thought. It's not. There's one section called as geographical thought. But check on this side. Come on this side. Okay. Don't worry, you'll all get your seats. Okay. In 1 week's time, some of you will get tired suddenly. Okay. किसी को बारिश लगेगा, किसी को ठंड लगेगा. Okay. Don't worry. I have seen this drama play out over 23 years now. Okay. शुरू करते हैं, everybody wants to be जसप्रीत बुमराह से कम होना नहीं चाहिए. And suddenly, oh, हाथ दुख रहा है. Okay. Don't worry. You'll have two chairs for yourself eventually. Online, you good, your bed and your table is good. So I know what you are doing there. Okay. I know romantic मौसम है. Okay. कंबल के अंदर बैठे हुए हो and trying to look like you are studying. Hope you have washed your face and brushed your teeth also. Okay. Oh, Gaurav, that was a hard one. Okay. So we come to become Jasprit Bumrah, we become Siraj. Okay. ऐसे नहीं, वो भी player ही है. Okay. Form में नहीं है तो ठीक है. The problem is you want to become Jasprit Bumrah, you become BCCI president. Okay. So the joke is there maybe. Okay, fine. हम खेल नहीं पाए तो क्या हुआ? Okay. खिलाड़ी को खिलवा देंगे. Okay, fine. So the natural world and the man-made world. So in a physical geography, we study about the natural world. Okay, and in human geography, we study about the man-made environment. इसका एक component है what's called as geographical thought. Okay, now this is a very philosophical part. One reason why students join geography is it is semi-science, a bit overlap with physics. If you know a bit of study of landforms, climate, rainfall, so many of you are coming from engineering background or science background. So science wala part hai, so it's manageable. You are right there. But then ultimately, geography is also humanities. And every humanities, you'll have a topic of philosophy. Geography may come hai, it's less, but it is there. If you read sociology or political science, the entire subject is philosophies. The philosophical thoughts of political science, the philosophical thoughts around historical methods. Okay, तो ये हर humanities में होता है. In fact, there's a philosophical section even in mathematics. That's why mathematics in post-graduation बहुत अलग होता है. It's not like what we know as mathematics. ठीक है? It is there. So for quite few of us, this can be scary because philosophy है. Essentially, philosophy is what? A bit of thinking, no? A problem is our thinking capacity has not been used very well. For most of us, that organ is atrophying, it's becoming useless. Okay, that's why people have a challenge. But it is very interesting. It is very mark-fetching. And speaking honestly, if you're attentive here and give some time, this actually is a very easy topic. If you understand what's happening, okay, you can write on a very nice answer there. Anyways, it'll take me about 7 days to 10 days लगता है मुझे to finish this topic. So most of us make a mistake of saying that human geography is geographical thought. It is not. Human geography is industrial geography, settlement geography, population geography, agriculture economic geography, cultural geography. ये सब human geography के part. Okay. So for the new joinees, we are starting from human geography. And the first topic I will take up is population geography. Okay? I hope I have set the template for all of you. So you can have a fresh page. Okay, shuru karo. Write the heading population geography. Okay, as a part of human geography. Now, what I'll do is I'll just explain my approach here. When I'll start physical, Physical geography, I think, will take me about 2.5 months approximately. So, population, settlement, some topics of agriculture. So, somewhere around maybe late August or September onwards. Okay, a bit later than that maybe, I'll start physical geography. When I will start political aspect, Dipanshu, next week. Please don't mess it up with me. Abhi, okay, I'll do what I am committed, I'll do that. Yesterday's one day off was messed up, but I'll do that for you, don't worry. Okay, so popular geography will start off. Now, let me give an idea to you. You all know there are two papers, paper 1 and there is paper 2. Okay. Paper 1 deals with the general principles of geography. Paper 1 deals with the general concepts in geography. Right? जिसमें कि कुछ laws आते हैं. In this there are some theories also. And when I say general principles of geography, I am focusing at the world at large. Okay, so mountains of the world, mountain theories, okay, types of mountains across the world. Okay, paper 1 is thematic. Okay, paper 2 is Indian geography. So, mountains of the world, what is the Indian mountain? Himalayas. Okay, rivers of the world, the Indian rivers, Ganga. People of the world and people in India. Migrations of the world, migration in India. So, paper 2 is what's called as a regional geography of India. That's how the syllabus, okay, is differentiated. Arun, what was that? RDP kahan se aa gaya? Okay, okay, talking about what was we were doing. Okay, fine. Pankaj, should you read NCERT? Yes. Okay, लिखना भी आना चाहिए, किताब भी खरीदना पड़ेगा. Okay, should you read NCERT? Absolutely. Okay, अब स्कूल में नहीं पढ़े तो आप पढ़ोगे ना, कहाँ जाओगे? और अब पैसे दे के पढ़ोगे. ठीक है? UPSC की दुनिया. Good afternoon. Okay, from ORN की दुनिया. Okay, fine. So, for paper 2. So, when I'm saying population geography, ये paper 1 में भी है, paper 2 में. Both the papers have population geography. And I will teach them together. It's not like I'll finish paper 1 first, then I'll do paper 2. I will, wherever required, I will keep on. So, population, settlement, agriculture, issues of development, even environment topics, I will take them together. I'll teach paper 1 first, and I'll discuss paper 2 along with paper 1. So, you must know syllabus of both. You must know paper 1 population, and you must also know paper 2 ka Indian population. In your syllabus, it's written as cultural geography of India. Culture is about population. So, paper 1 population geography and paper 2 it is cultural geography of India. Check all of you. So, I'll show the syllabus to all of you. Suraj, Sujal, I will tell that too also. So, and I would want that all of you write down, old and new, all of the students who are here, write down the topics of your syllabus. I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, there it is. So, this unit has two topics. Population bhi hai aur settlement bhi hai. The same, this is section B, unit 3. So, write this down please. Population ke under mein kya kya hai? Write down. growth and distribution of world population. Write down the syllabus of paper 1. Growth and distribution of world population. And write one below another. 1, 2, 3, 4 likho. Number 1 is this. Number 1 is this. Number 2 is here. Demographic attributes is number 2. Okay. Third is causes and consequences of migration. Growth and distribution of world population. Number 2 is demographic attributes. The third is causes and consequences of migration. The fourth is concepts of over, under and optimum population. Concepts of over, under, optimum population. Then the fifth topic here is population theories. Population theories. Okay. There is another unit where the theories are listed. कौन-कौन से theory syllabus में है? The syllabus has 3 theories. There is a theory called as a theory given by Malthus, Thomas Robert Malthus, Malthus, Malthus. We have the theory given by Karl Marx, the Marx theory. And third one is demographic transition theory. ये 3 syllabus में है. Malthus theory, we have Marx theory and demographic transition theory. Okay. Then we have the 6th topic is world population problems and policies. World population problems and policies. ठीक है. Problems is not mentioned here, okay, but it includes poverty problems, conflict problems. लिख लो आप. Poverty and inequality लिख सकते हैं. Poverty, inequality, problems of conflicts, problems of sex ratio, or this, we call this as development problems in general. Okay. Problems of hunger, okay, malnutrition. Now, ये जो problems है ना, वो एक और unit में mentioned है. It's in economic geography, but I'll put them together in one place. Okay, so migration and conflicts, वो भी problems ही तो हैं. Or racial problems. ठीक है. So problems and policies. Then the 7th topic is the concept of social well-being. Social well-being and quality of life. These topics are linked to some topics of development also. Social well-being and quality of life. Okay. And then we have the 8th topic is population as social capital. Population as social capital. ये पेपर 1 के सिलेबस है. ठीक है. Paper 1 syllabus. Oh, where is it? I'm sorry. And we have, just show this to you. So economic geography में, they have mentioned some topics. Economic geography has problems of food, nutrition, food security, causes, effects. So these are part of problems of population. I have just now mentioned for you. So syllabus decoding अपने आप में, it's a different task. I am helping you do that. अच्छा, now come to paper 2. In paper 2, it is unit 6. In paper 2, it is unit 6. Yeah, here it is. Cultural setting. Cultural setting, again list down quickly. One is, this is one. You'll be surprised, of course, surprised क्या अपने आप समझ जाओगे. Students, okay, study geography for 2-3 years and they have no clue about the syllabus. Right now I'm doing the mains revision for the students, and good number of them, they are not clear about syllabus itself. Okay, so this is an extra work I am putting in. Okay, the first topic is historical perspective of Indian society. Okay, then the second one is, okay, this is about the composition, racial, linguistic, ethnic, religious minorities, tribes and tribal. So keep tribes and tribal problems separate. The first is historical perspective of society. Number 2 is population composition. What is India's racial composition? What is India's linguistic composition, languages? What is India's ethnic diversity? Okay, and who are the religious minorities? Then we have tribes, their areas, problems. The fourth topic, ये last time पूछा हुआ question है, cultural regions of India. Okay, cultural regions of India. The fifth topic is population growth and distribution and density of population. Population growth, distribution and density. Topic number 5. Topic number 6 is demographic attributes. What are the properties of Indian population? Under demographic attribute we have, okay, sex ratio, age structure, literacy, workforce, dependency ratio, longevity. तो यहाँ तक it is, okay, demographic attributes. Sex ratio, age structure, literacy rates, workforce, dependency ratio, and longevity, life expectancy. Okay. The 7th topic is migration. Migration and the problems. Migration dono, interregional, intra-regional, international, and what are the problems of migration. Migration. The next topic is population problems in general and the policies. This again has hunger, poverty, inequality, conflicts. Okay. And the 9th one is the health indicators. So I said, no, I'll cover 90 plus. इसमें कुछ topics हम छोड़ देंगे from where they have not been asking questions at all, or I will not deal in depth for those topics. So 8-9, okay, topics of paper 1 and 8-9 topics of paper 2. Population takes me approximately about slightly more than 2 weeks. Okay, so 15-20 days लगता है, both paper 1 and paper 2 together, approximately. Fine, very nice. You start from population, so am I, that's a coincidence. Good, nice. Okay, all good here? So we're starting with population geography. I have shown the syllabus to you. Okay. Now, just a pointer for all of you. I'll do this afterwards, but just I want to know this. If you look at the PYQ questions, previous year's questions, अगर देखेंगे आप, okay, paper 1, the questions largely asked, they ask you more on growth issues, growth and theories पे पूछते हैं. They've asked on migration. Almost every year you'll have one question on migration, definitely. And third, they ask you on problems of population. Problems में 2 topics is more popular. Poverty and hunger they ask, and they ask aging population. So while I'll cover all the rest, okay, but my focus will be on these 3 topics in population geography paper 1. They ask you growth and theories पे पूछते हैं. Every alternate year, they'll ask you one theory. Okay. They ask migration is a question every year. From last almost 7-8 years, say migration is definitely okay asked every year. And then we have the problems. These two problems are more common. They ask of poverty, hunger, and second is aging. Gaurav, okay, fine. For the benefit of those who are my older students, I need about 1 hour to finish off your development programs, okay, which I should have done yesterday. And I will take 2 extra sessions next week, okay, second half, not for the new students, to finish off your political geography, which I should have taken today. Okay, so please adjust, I didn't anticipate the problem in my family. Okay, तो यार 6 महीने में, okay, 5, 6, 7 दिन तो दे ही सकते हो ना मुझे, right? Otherwise, I have not compromised, okay, or cancelled classes just like that. Please do, okay. And you guys also, okay. So, couple of days you might have some change of schedule. Don't kill yourself and me on that issue, okay. एक आध दिन दे देना, भगवान नाम देते हैं तो आज सर के नाम में लाइफ्स. Okay, yeah, thank you for being patient. Okay. ठीक है, so paper 1, the questions are here. In paper 2, the questions are a bit more diverse. Okay, paper 1 में every year they ask you 2 or 3 questions in paper 1. Okay, एक पक्का होता है migration पे, when you definitely have one proper, and one they keep on playing with this. So 2, 3 questions they ask. In paper 2 again, they ask you 3 or 4 questions. In some years maybe 2, but 3, 4 be ready. And paper 2, the questions are a bit more diverse. They can ask you on growth. Migration again remains a favorite topic. They tend to ask on population attributes, the properties. Say sex ratio pe पूछ दिया कभी. They ask you sometimes on population composition. Okay, aging पूछ दिया कभी. Sometimes they ask on literacy rates maybe. Okay, so they ask on growth, they ask on migration, they ask on population attributes, as in population के properties क्या क्या हैं. Okay, they can also ask you on population problems, poverty, inequalities, hunger. Okay, and they also ask very specifically on tribal issues. इसलिए मैं tribal अलग रखा है. Tribes are a very large group of India's population. Almost 8% of India's population are tribes. A lot of problems of populations are related to tribes. Tribal areas have conflicts, tribal areas have poverty, tribal areas have out-migrations, tribal areas have human trafficking, exploitation. Okay, so tribes, they tend to ask a bit more focused, even tribal problems. In fact, our DP make topics, I remember, integrated tribal development program. I will teach it here as a part of population geography. Okay, that's your focus areas for preparation. Okay, the PYQs I'll take up after the unit gets over. We'll have some discussions on PYQs also. All good here? Understood the scope more or less? And for the new guys who have not been initiated, okay, my name is Shabbir. Okay, I can hardly do anything about this. Okay, that's my name. And I am the primary teacher. I am supported by 1 or 2 more faculties. You have Ajay Sir with me. Okay, he takes up some topics and topics of environment, etc. I used to have another teacher with me, Dimple Madam, but again, unfortunately, she has some family problems. Okay, she lost her father and she has not come out of it yet. Okay, so meanwhile, for environment topics, I intend to engage Shivani ma'am. Okay, she has taken some classes last time. So we are 2, 3 of us, but I will remain your primary teacher. Okay, and they support me as a part of extra sessions, some mentorship, your doubt resolutions. They come in for some classes also. Okay, that's how it is designed here. Achha. Now, about the class itself, see, I will dictate a lot of things, but I will presume that you write as I speak. Okay, so I try to repeat things. I'll maintain a pace. Initially, some of you might feel a bit stressed out because I go very slow. Okay. But then eventually I will slow down even more. Okay. So with a pun on the word. Okay. So when I am teaching, you have to have a pace. Okay. Already 6 months ka course hai. We don't want for 8 months, for heaven's sake. Okay. So I'll maintain a pace, but you have to play catch up with me. And how I maintain my pace is I'm looking at students, okay, offline. Okay, 1-2 rows. When most of us are keeping pace, okay, I will accordingly start moving. Okay? So, okay, Komal says she knows how slow I am. Okay. Okay, good that you know, don't tell anybody, okay? Okay, and I have a very nice handwriting on the board, which all of you can read, okay, and it'll help you also that way. How much time will it take to complete syllabus? Aman Sinha. Okay, you're just coming out of Shonakshi Sinha's marriage. Okay. So it takes me 6 months, so those who joined me a bit late, 6 months to finish foundation topics. Okay, and I'll do a decent work on that. Okay? Okay, let's get started then. So you know the syllabus, okay, you know the approach more or less, and you know the teachers are, the time taken. Okay, now for the books. Old and new both. Okay, both the batches. Now see, I am one person who insists, no matter how good the classes are or how bad the classes are, your books are indispensable. You have to open books and read. This is not a school examination कि बस madam ने 2 pages पढ़ाया and questions are from 2 pages. Okay. Books always help you consolidate content. Books will give you a sense of completeness. Books give you language. Books gives you illustration, graphs. Okay, so while some institutes and teachers might claim that their notes are enough, I will never do that. Though your notes will be very extensive, बहुत कुछ होगा notes में आपके, okay, but you need books no matter what. So what I do is I teach, and once in 3-4 days, I'll tell you what to read. Okay, so books में there are must-read books. Must-read books are your NCERT books, okay, which I will not teach. There are 2-3 chapters in this. Class 11th and class 12th का किताब देख लेना. Fundamentals of human geography, and there's a geography of people, places, and so on. Okay? So there are 2-3 chapters you will do on your own. This is not my responsibility. I'm presuming that you will spend some time and finish this off. I'll give you targets on this, वो अलग बात है. Okay? These are must reads, and must reads has to be okay, page by page. इसमें no compromise. Okay? And we read books, make your notes, and so on. And then there are reference books. Reference books you will not read on your own. I'll tell you what to read. Which page, which paragraph, which sentence, which diagram, मैं बता दूंगा आपको. Because see, if you look at this book, one book you will have to follow is A Human Geography by Majid Hussain. Okay, edition 6 is in the market. Okay, if you have edition 5 also no problem. I am following edition 5. ये blue color का है. 6 is green color textbook, and yeah, you have the book with you. Good thing is not much has changed. Nothing has changed. Okay, cover page change किया हुआ है. Otherwise, inside the pages are almost एक आध page ऊपर नीचे होगा. Doesn't matter. So if you have book 5, that's good enough. Book 4 has some old data, so you can buy a new one. Okay. और खरीदना ही है नया, तो 6 वाला खरीदना please. ठीक है? So this is a must buy. But it's a huge book. You don't need all pages in this. So I'll tell you which page, which diagram, which paragraph. I'll underline for you, which you'll bring to class and also underline along with me. So that's one reference book. The second reference book, now this is good enough for your paper 1. ठीक है. एक और किताब है मॉडल्स इन ज्योग्राफी, अगेन a must buy. Models Geography, again by Majid Hussain. I need this for the population theories. Okay, models. और बाद में भी you require this for reference for geographical thought topics also, some of them. Okay, this is a must buy book. The third must buy book, now these two books will take care of paper 1. For paper 2 you need Indian Geography by D.R. Khuller. It's a pretty thick book. Indian Comprehensive Geography by D.R. Khuller. Now this is one key book for entire paper 2. India Physical, Indian Environment, Indian Forests, Indian Agriculture, Indian Industries, Planning and Development, सब के लिए paper 2 के लिए key book होगा. No wonder it's a bit more thicker than the rest. ठीक है? इसमें there are 2-3 chapters on population. Population, tribal issues. This also is a must buy. But I repeat, these books you will not read on your own. Not now at least. I'll tell you when to read what. Okay, I'll guide you through the process. ठीक है? Enrichment, Akash, we already have started. Today we have the second class in the second half. Akash. Sorry, that's MSP. Enrichment, probably from August end onwards. Akash. Which edition? By the latest one. This is the latest one. ये जो purple and brown page है. Okay, latest one है. You can also buy the previous one, which is a green color book. That's also no problem. Yeah, Ganesh. Yes. Okay. Let's start off. So now I'm starting off with population geography. I've explained the books and the rest. Population of the world and India. Any questions before I start off? Any clarifications, anybody? Adhikari, it's a good book, but last 4-5 years mein, questions are no longer tricky in geography. So your friend is asking me about a book called Sudhir Adhikari's textbook in thought. Acha kitab hai, it's a nice book, but last 3-4 years the questions are not as tricky questions. Okay, isliye I'm going slow on that. So one book will suffice. You do not need to buy that. You can buy R.D. Dixit. Okay. Yes, you can do that also. In fact, I should have mentioned that. One more reference book is Made Simple Series, Volume 2. I'll recommend by this also. Rupa publication, Made Simple Series, ka Volume 2 is having population geography. Yeah? PYQs. उसका क्या? PYQ में क्या बुक चाहिए? कुछ भी खरीद लो. Okay, वो तो UPSC का छाप ही तो रहे हैं और क्या है? For that matter, आप नेट में जाओ, UPSC के वेबसाइट में download all of them. Topic wise, you have got 4-5 publications, and we'll give you also from our side PDFs. That's not an issue. You can buy whatever publication you want. Arihant hai, Vishal publication hai, Purnima publication, whatever you can buy. Or I'll give something from my side also. Can I move on now? Okay. So books are done. Let's start off now. Yeah. Online, any other doubt you have? Volume 2. It's Human Geography. Volume 2, Human Geography, Rupa publication. Okay, fine. Take it. Let's start off now. The first topic is the origin and the spread of a human species. The origin and spread of a human species. Not in syllabus, but I think you must have some idea about where did man originate, how did man move, okay, what was the time approximately, okay, origin and spread of the human species. Okay, listen to me. So a human species, if I go by the biological evolution, okay, it's the consequence of billions of years of mutation, changes, and so on. So most of us know that the human species has evolved from, okay, the apes and the monkeys, right? Though we are questioning that concept, but let's accept that's true, the Darwinian concept. So if you look at the evolution tree, okay, we have apes, we have monkeys, okay, and from here, there was one branch which separated out, okay, which were apes, but a special category of apes. Okay, ऐसे कुछ branches they separate out. Now in this branch, there was one branch that separate out, and we call this as the evolution of hominins. Okay, hominins are the earlier species from where human beings evolved. You've heard about Neanderthal man? Okay, Neanderthal man. You heard about Denisovians. Okay, we discovered the fossils of Denisovians as recently as 2010. Okay, in Siberia, in some cave, they found a finger, that's all. And from that finger DNA mapping, they found that वो अलग species ही है, not what we knew of. So those species together are called as hominins, and from the hominins, okay, we have, okay, the Homo sapiens. ठीक है? And the apes and monkeys, in general, this process starts very early. If you know about the world geological time scale, so we have something called as the tertiary times. I think you've heard this term. Okay. And after tertiary times, we have a phase called as quaternary times. The tertiary times in the world's history starts around 65 million years ago. Okay, and quaternary times starts around, you can say, 2 to 3 million years ago. Okay, these together are called as, okay, the Cenozoic times. They together are called as the Cenozoic. In some books, they might write as Cainozoic also. There is something called geological time scale. Okay. So in the time scale, this is one of the units. And this time is called as the age of the mammals. Now we know what is reptile, what is amphibians. There are fishes, there are insects also. So before Cenozoic times, we had what's called as the Mesozoic times. This is called as the age of reptiles. You know dinosaurs? It's called as the age of reptiles. Dinosaurs go extinct somewhere here. Late Mesozoic, they disappear for whatever reasons. Then we have the mammals. Mammals are the ones which give birth to young, and they breastfeed the young ones, the offsprings. Lion is a mammal, giraffe is a mammal, tiger is a mammal. So apes are mammals, age of mammals. So from the age of mammals, somewhere in between, okay, we have the evolution of the apes. Chimpanzees, gorillas, we have gibbons, okay, we have bonobos. So apes are there. So from the apes, the evolution moves towards the Homo sapiens sapiens. Actually, the species that we occurred very recently, just about 3 to 4 lakh years ago. This is, okay, 2-3 million years ago. Okay, 20-30 lakh years bata rahe hain. So human species, they happened much, much later. in quaternary times. But the process had started somewhere around the tertiary times. Okay? So in your notes, you can draw this first. Likh lo, bana lo please. There is Cenozoic times. There is Mesozoic times. Cenozoic, C-E-N-O-Z-O-I-C. Cenozoic times. And there is Mesozoic times. M-E-S-O. Okay. Mesozoic times ends around 60-65 million years ago. Mesozoic ends 60-65 million years ago. And we have called Mesozoic as the age of reptiles. Mesozoic as the age of reptiles. Okay. Then we have Cenozoic, C-E-N-O. Cenozoic or Cainozoic. Okay. You can have both the versions of spellings. Cenozoics or Mesozoic. Mesozoic. And it starts, okay, with tertiary times and followed by quaternary. So tertiary is tertiary times and quaternary. Q-U-A-T-E-R-N-A-R-Y. Quaternary times. Okay? And this is called as the age of the mammals. Quaternary times called as the age of the mammals. Okay? Okay. Now write down 2-3 points here. The first point, write down that Homo sapiens or human beings, evolved from apes and monkeys. Evolved from the apes and the monkeys. Okay, next. A category of apes branched out. A category of apes branched out. Okay, ये जो branching हुआ ना, there is one category apes called as gibbons. G-I-B-B-O-N-S. Gibbons are called as the lesser apes. I'm sure you know about gibbons. You heard about gibbons. They're dark in color. They're long tail. Okay? Gibbons are called as the lesser apes. ये अलग हो गया पूरा branch. Then this branch is another ape you have heard about called as orangutans. Orangish color, very human-like, found in parts of Borneo, Indonesia. Okay, yes. So even orangutans branched out. Okay. And then we had some other apes which remain. These apes include chimpanzees. They include gorillas. Okay, chimpanzee, there are 2-3 types of them. The gorillas. There's one thing like chimpanzee but smaller and far more intelligent called as bonobos. B-O-N-O-B-O. If a bonobo brain is considered to be closest to human brain. Okay, so gorillas, chimpanzees and bonobos. We call these as the great apes. We call these as the great apes. Okay. And then we have a branch called as the hominins. The branch called as hominins. So apes kab appear हुए? Approximately around 60-65 million years ago, apes had appeared. Okay, so beginning of the tertiary times, apes had appeared around 65-60 million years ago. और ये जो branching हुआ hominins का, this was approximately around 3 to 4 million years ago. So you can draw this diagram, all of you. You can draw this evolution tree. Okay, the apes and monkeys, the branch out. Forget about time. यहाँ पर क्या था? Your book will have this. I'll show that to you. Okay, we know about the hominins branching out from the apes was around 3 to 4 million years ago. Have you all sketched this one? बन गया आपका diagram? Back to your notes. Back to your notes. The hominins separated out. The hominins separated out around 3 to 4 million years ago. Around 3 to 4 million years ago. Next point. Some of the earliest hominins. One mistake we might make is there is one term called as hominid. और एक term है hominin. When I include the great apes, I call those as hominids. But when I talk about the one from where man evolves, I call that as hominins. So we'll use this term hominins, not hominids. So hominids probably were somewhere here. ये hominids हैं. But इससे branch out हो चुका है. The branch happens here, called as hominins. Okay, write down next. Some of the earliest hominins. So we have very old ones. Okay, Australopithecus. Among the oldest. Australopithecus. We have Ramapithecus. We find fossils of Ramapithecus in parts of Shivaliks in Himalayas. Okay, and this is all 3 to 4 million years ago. Among the oldest ones, Australopithecus and Ramapithecus. Okay, then we have a Homo erectus. This is where a man kind of starts walking straight. Around 3 to 2 million years ago. Okay, Homo erectus, E-R-E-C-T-U-S, erectus. This was followed by a Homo habilis. Homo habilis. Homo habilis becomes more of a land species. यहाँ तक क्या था ना, it was also partly on the trees. Okay, Homo habilis is now more on the land. Okay, I mean, this is how evolution has happened. We were arboreal. Arboreal matlab hai we are on the trees. And some evolutions we start walking on the ground eventually. So Homo erectus, you become more straight, and Homo habilis. Okay, and Homo habilis has been extensively found in the African savanna. African जो semi-arid grasslands हैं, we find quite a number of species fossils there. Homo habilis. Homo habilis is approximately about 2.5 million years ago. Homo habilis. Followed by, again, another one is Homo ergaster. Homo ergaster. So there are many of them. Remember 4 or 5 of them. Australopithecus, and I mentioned that these two, we have evidences of these in the Shivaliks and in the Himalayas. Evidences of Australopithecus and Ramapithecus, okay, in the Himalayas and in the Shivaliks. Okay? We have a good number of these in parts of Africa. African savanna regions have these areas. Okay. Now, from here, one major evolution was this Neanderthal man. Neanderthal man. यहाँ तक it is more like the hominins. All of these are hominins. Okay. This is the closest cousin to man, Neanderthal man. Neanderthal man starts appearing around 4 to 5 lakh years ago. Neanderthal man, and this was this species lived more in parts of Europe, Northern Africa and Europe में Neanderthal man. It was more muscular, far more taller, physically far more stronger, Neanderthal man. Okay, and then of course we have the Homo sapiens. This appears around 3 lakh years ago, and we have believed that these two species may have cohabited. They live together. They also have interbreeding also. Okay, I have no doubt about that. Most of these interbreeds are found in Parliament. Okay, so the carnivorous tendencies that we have, the aggression है Neanderthal man का, okay, they make up bulk of our parliamentary across the world. अब UK में change हो रहा है. One species has gone, other species comes back. Okay, so Neanderthal man was supposed to be less brainy. This is a question that why did Neanderthal man disappear? Okay, one reason is this species was far more smarter, although not physically very strong, but they are good at strategizing, good at using weapons, good at planning. Okay, this was more of brawn, bulk, and build. Okay, and they ultimately got probably outmaneuvered by the Homo sapiens sapiens. But we know that our genes have both evidence of both. Homo ergaster. This is ERGASTER. Ergaster, खुशी. ठीक है? That's how the evolution of Homo sapien has happened. Right, next slide down. That there are still unconfirmed evidences of how this evolution might have happened. Of how this evolution might have happened. There are certain missing links. There are certain missing links. Okay, right, next. Neanderthal man, next point, Neanderthal man and a subspecies called as Denisovians, D-E-N-O, Neanderthal man and a subspecies called as Denisovians. Denisovians went extinct around 50,000 years ago. They went extinct around 50,000 years ago. तो ये कैसे हुआ? We're still debating. I remember last month I read some articles. There's some other species also they have discovered. So it's a long biological mystery. In fact, Darwin's evolution concept is also being challenged. Okay, some challenge कि शायद सही नहीं है, because see, this is a religious thing. Okay, if I am a religious man, probably bordering on some element of fundamentalism, so God made man, and God does not require evolution to make man. God says, let there be man, there is man. ठीक है, भगवान थोड़ी बोलेंगे कि पहले ये बनाऊंगा फिर ये बनाऊंगा. God does not require hit and trial method. Okay, so people who are religious or maybe conservative, they refuse to believe the evolution theory. Okay, I remember last year, we had a controversy also. One of our parliamentarians, go back and search that. He said this: I don't believe in apes becoming monkeys, becoming hominins and human beings. He said, I have never seen it happen. Okay. So this is the verdict of our parliamentarian. I want to tell him कि mirror देखते रहो, convince हो जाओगे. Okay. But I didn't get a chance to talk to him. Okay. So there are debates. So let's put it as a question mark, और इसको ऐसे ही लिखना है. That most of these are unconfirmed. We do not know what may have happened. In all likelihood, this is probably our evolutionary tree. Right next. Right next. Give a heading. Distribution and spread of human species. Distribution and the spread of a human species. Now, इसमें भी बहुत theory है. From where did man begin? Okay. From where the spread happened. Write down. First point. Number one. Write down. Most agree that the evolution of hominins and Homo sapiens, evolution of hominins and Homo sapiens must have happened from Africa. Must have happened from Africa, from parts of Central Africa around Lake Victoria. From parts of Central Africa, from around Lake Victoria. You know, you have countries like Rwanda, Burundi, okay, Tanzania a bit more eastwards. So that is where probably the evolution began. Around Lake Victoria is what we believe. Right further. Now number two, the savanna conditions and the development of African grasslands. The savanna conditions and the development of the grasslands may have favored the evolution of a more land-based species. More of a land-based species. Put a hyphen, put a dash. Homo habilis and Homo ergaster. Homo habilis and Homo ergaster. So within brackets, put a star mark and write down the savanna theory of a human evolution. It's called as the savanna theory of a human evolution. Look what's happening is, as long as there were trees, lots of trees, hardly any open space, okay, the ground is moist, okay, no sunlight reaches here, it's all swamps, marshes, the species preferred living on the trees. And living on the trees, most of them were, okay, herbivores, eating leaves, eating fruits and nuts and so on. But when the climate change happened, the dense forests now become grasslands. I have a tree here, I have grasses, open space. I have another tree here. Okay, I have got open space, another tree here. The species is forced to come down now. Forced to come down, start walking on two legs, okay, starts running, the torso muscles, the leg muscles become much more stronger. Okay, so the change of the dense forest into grasslands has played a role in the man's evolution. The Homo habilis, okay, starts developing during the evolution of the savanna landscape. Okay? That's why we call this as the savanna theory, okay, of man's evolution. Achha. A third point write down. There are theories that recommend. There are theories that recommend the possibility of a human evolution. There are theories that recommend the possibility of a human evolution from parts of China and the development of the mongoloid species. ठीक है? So I think you know the idea called a human race, correct? Race means what? We all are same species, but our body appearance is different. Some of us are taller, some of us are shorter, some of us have dark skin, some of us have yellowish skin, some of us have different type of body hair. Okay, so we look different. That's what it's called as human race. So human race is a type of biological classification of man on the basis of appearance. So what is a race? A race is a type of, okay, a classification of man on the basis of appearance. The skin color, height, muscularity, type of eyes, type of skin and so on. So in this racial classification, okay, बहुत अलग-अलग races हैं. We have got Negroid races, we have Caucasoid races, and we have the Mongoloid race. I'm sure you know these terms. Mongoloids, they have yellowish skin, they have a typical type of smaller eyes. So people of China, Japan, parts of Northeast, this has been debate that how come people are so different? If the same species has evolved, okay, itna difference kaise ho gaya? So some say that now this is what is called as the theory of parallel evolution. It's possible for the same species to evolve from two places. Okay, so it's not necessary ki ek hi jagah ho ke it must have spread. This is the principle called as homoplasy. Homoplasy says is the concept of parallel evolution. Okay, same species can evolve at the same time in two different places. So in parts of China and maybe parts of Southeast Asia, the human species evolved, but they looked different. And that's how we have Mongoloids. This is one of the theories that we have. So most believe that man began from Africa and man must have spread from Africa. But an alternate theory bhi hai, where they say the beginnings was probably also from parts of China. The beginnings of the Mongoloid races. Okay, so ye likha aap logon ne that it's possible the evolution. One recommendation is the evolution was also from China. Within bracket write down. This is the concept of homoplasy. This is the concept of homoplasy or the concept of parallel evolution of homoplasy or the concept of parallel evolution. See, why we talk about Mongoloids separately is because Mongoloids are actually the most widespread populations of human race or human species. Mongoloids har continents mein. You find Mongoloids were the inhabitants of North America. Mongoloids were the indigenous populations of South America. Mongoloids, we have entire Central Asia, East Asia, even Siberia has Mongoloids. And Mongoloids also in Africa. The parts of Southern Africa where we have Mongoloids. Okay, so it's pretty widespread. It's not a small region. It's not just China, Japan is Mongoloids. Okay, the entire parts of northern Norway, parts of Siberia along Arctic region. You know about Eskimos, right? In Canada, wo bhi Mongoloids hain. It's not a small race. It's a very people of South America. You've heard about Incas, Mayans. It's a Mongoloid races ke hi variants hain. That's why you can't ignore Mongoloids, right? That's why some people say maybe they are a separate evolution branch, but part of Homo sapiens sapiens. Okay? The classifications, Palak, okay, the classifications I mentioned is Negroids, we have Caucasoids, and we have Mongoloids. These are the three primary races. Iske फिर subdivisions हैं. We have Negritos, Proto-Australoids, we have Alpinoids, okay, Brachycephals, but these are the three primary ones. Negroids, Negroids are a representative of people in Africa. Caucasoids, largely Europe and parts of Caucasian region, and Mongoloids, Eastern and Central Asia. Okay, so this is one of the theories that we have. Okay, right next. The spread of human species, from Africa. The spread of human species from Africa must have started more than 1 lakh years ago. Must have started more than 1 lakh years ago. So I'll talk about it afterwards again, but for now just know this. If this is Africa, that's Arabia, that's India, that's Southeast Asia, Australia, and you've got Pacific Islands here. Okay, so if this is Lake Victoria, yahan par hai. So probably human species evolves here. Uganda, South Sudan, and then the population moves. Okay, one goes into Europe like this. This is your Neanderthal man. Okay, and one branch moves on like this, comes here, comes towards this, towards Australia, towards Pacific. This branch towards Pacific comes as late as around 40 to 50,000 years ago. And it had come towards India, okay, as early as around 75,000 years ago. Okay, so it must have moved from Africa, I said, around 1 lakh years ago. Okay, so this branch, which has gone northwards, this is largely the Neanderthal man. Neanderthal man. So we find more fossils of Neanderthal man in parts of Europe, whereas the species we know, okay, Homo sapiens must have moved like this, and then of course spread wherever. Okay, so all of you, okay, you have to draw some sketches quickly along with me. Okay, if you like the diagram, good, nice, but don't just stare. You have to draw whatever I do on the board. अच्छा हो, बुरा हो, शर्म आ रहा हो, whatever. Okay, अच्छा नहीं है, look at the diagram of the friend alongside, you'll get confidence there itself. Okay, so Africa. So take some time, you will ultimately learn how to draw all of this. We just want a quick representative diagram, that's all. Not artistic, but neat diagrams. All good? So Africa, Arabia, Iran, India, Southeast Asia, Australia, and you have the Pacific Islands here. And I said, the evolution starts from here. One branch goes towards Europe, other branch comes towards South Asia, okay, India, Southeast Asia, into Australia, towards Pacific Islands. It reaches Pacific Islands around, I said, 50,000 years ago. Around 40,000 years ago, around 50,000 years ago. In India, South Asia, it comes around 75,000 years ago. And out migrations must have started around 1 lakh years ago. या अभी कोई किताब नहीं खोलना, अभी बस read down some notes, some jottings. I'll tell you, most of this, not everything, but good number of this data will be in part of your textbooks also. Yeah, Aditi, fine. All done? Okay. Yes. Huh? No, I'm talking about spreading out of Africa towards this. ठीक है, they must spread everywhere. They must have gone here, must have gone here, must have gone here. Okay, till 5000 years ये साथ रहते थे. But this movement coming on this side, coming out of Africa towards this must have started 1 lakh years ago. Books don't mention it. Definitely, this must have happened earlier. ठीक है? Neanderthal man came first, no? Okay, maybe this area had Neanderthal man, so the Homo sapien chose to move like this. Because ये सब conflicts है ना फिर? Yes. Neanderthal man vanished around 50,000 years ago. They were over. But तब तक तो these guys are there. So maybe this area was more Neanderthal man. Okay, so they prefer to go this way. Yeah? Yes, correct. Yes. All fine, all of you? Okay. Take next page, heading right down. Okay. Evolution of man and his physical features. Evolution of man or Homo sapiens and his physical features. Within bracket write down. Okay. Ecological evolution of man. Ecological evolution of man. Ecological evolution of man. Now see, whenever I use the word ecological, remember it's always in relationship to the environment. Okay, or relationship to something outside. So what is our ecological relationship with the world outside? It is whatever links we have. Okay, so for ecological का मतलब है, how did man and environment interact? Interaction कैसे हुआ? We have become what we have become. So in the ecological relationship or evolution, there are two parts. One is how did man develop in terms of the biological evolution. Okay. And how does man evolve a social and cultural evolution? Our language is part biological and part social. Our thinking, our belief systems, our eating habits, okay, is also is part of our evolution. Okay, what we were eating, what we're eating today, how it changed. Our human activities, okay, farmers and thereafter. So in evolution, there are two parts. There is the biological evolution. Biological evolution के क्या-क्या elements हैं? Okay, it includes walking on two legs. It includes a shaped spine. It includes opposable thumb. It includes our dental structure. It includes man's cranial capacity, as in the size of the brain. Man's stereoscopic vision. These are some of the most important elements of man's biological evolution. Walking on two legs. We also call this as biped locomotion. Biped locomotion, walking on two legs. Biped locomotion. Okay. S-shaped spine. S-shaped spine helps walking on two legs. It helps us balance our weight better. Now, spine is not vertical, right? You have this as a spine. The neck bones and the Okay, spinal cord towards our lower spinal cord. Okay, this is S-shaped spine. It helps me balance better. Okay, opposable thumb. So we have got 5 fingers. The 4 turn like this. The 5th one turns like this. It's called as opposable thumb. This helps me hold tools, manipulate tools and sticks. Okay, so opposable S-shaped spine helps walking on 2 legs. Opposable thumb helps us manipulate tools. Okay, dental structure, cutting teeth, canine teeth, molar, premolars. It gives me a range of food to eat. So we become omnivorous. It's a very important part of our biological survival. ये question रहता है हमेशा. Despite the fact that we are physically not very strong, okay, compared to tiger, lion, elephant, giraffe, deer, okay, we are very physically weak. What has helped our survival? And we kind of master the environment, no? ये सब मिलाकर, okay, I can use my thumb tools. I can eat a range of food. Okay, my brain has more capacity, so critical thinking skills. Okay, and stereoscopic vision का मतलब क्या होता है? Eyes in front. Eyes in front and the depth perception. I can see depth better. Otherwise, the lesser evolved ones, उनके eye side में होते हैं. In fact, all those which are carnivorous and predatory, think of lion, think of tiger, सबके आंख सामने होते हैं. So to chase our prey, we need to have sense of depth. It happens when the eyes are in front. Okay, we call this as stereoscopic vision. It helps us chase, plan better, execute better, and so on. So just a list of terms. No questions asked, but just know this is part of our biological evolution. And ये सारा evolution is part of response to the environment. Okay, the type of food, the type of living, depth perception. Eyes in front and Divya, depth perception. ठीक है? Okay. Now, when I say social evolution, इसमें you have, in this you have, number 1, living in groups. Is a very powerful way of survival. You organize yourself in groups. Living in groups. Okay. Living in groups and the development of culture, languages, social norms बनते हैं इससे. Social norms, social rules, the sense of morality, right, wrong, okay, the rules of engagement, ठीक है, is part of our evolution. The third is agriculture. ये बहुत important है. I can grow my food, no longer at the mercy of, okay, the nature. Like agriculture. Okay, and the fourth is use of fire. Use of fire. Fire does 3 things for me. Fire helps me fight the jungle odds. I can use fire as a weapon. Okay. Fire helps me clear the forest for agriculture. And fire helps me cook my food. So as it is, I have omnivorous diet. Okay. And fire makes my food more tasty. Fire makes the food more palatable. I can fry and roast and preserve the food longer also. See how I master environment. Say what makes man control environment better. Part of the factors are our body system, but big part is our social and cultural life. We live in groups, supporting one another, having norms of engagement. We strategize better. We grow our own food at our convenience. We store the food, and finally, the use of fire. It is this that has led to the civilization's growth. Okay, I'll talk about this afterwards, but just food for thought for all of you. You realize one thing, no? some of the oldest civilizations. Okay, so Nile Valley, Harappan civilization, or Mesopotamia civilization, or the Yellow River, Huanghe civilization, China mein. You realize one thing, all civilizations are in deserts or dry regions of the world. Okay, the reason being, deserts mein pani kam hai. When water less hai, you learn to manage better. Right? Jab abundance hota hai na, then it's for everybody. The hallmark of civilization kab hota hai? Hallmark is when we can plan, organize, strategize. Okay. It happens when the resources are less. So that's why the earliest civilizations happened in the deserts. And deserts is where we learned irrigation for agriculture. Harappan civilization, remember the great granary that we found behind there? And when you grow more food, you also have trade. When you have trade, you start maintaining records also. It's a very important part. Agriculture is a very important part of civilization's growth. Write a short paragraph here, 2-3 lines mein likho aap right now. That a man-environment relationship and man's evolution. Man-environment relationship and man's evolution is seen in both. Number one, in the biological evolution of man, and change in bodily features. In biological evolution of man and change in bodily features. Okay. And number two, in the social evolution of man. And in the social evolution of man. Agriculture, next point, or next paragraph, whatever. Agriculture, comma, water management, irrigation, agriculture, water management, irrigation, and assignment of agriculture related activity roles. An assignment of agriculture, water management, irrigation, and assignment of agriculture activity roles. Means who will do harvesting, who will do sowing and plowing, who will do storage, who will do trading. This is one way of organizing our society. You know about Varna system, right? Somewhere agriculture se shuru hota hai. These are farmers, these are landowners, these are traders who will sell the food. And that's a part of how society has evolved. Okay, so what I'm saying is that man-environment relationship I can see in the evolution of human body, and I can also see in how we have changed, okay, culturally. Isme very important role is that of agriculture. Okay, so agriculture, I said harvesting, irrigation, water management, okay, and other agriculture activity roles, okay, reflect how man's interaction with nature changed. How man's interaction with nature changed, and how civilizations grew and developed. And how civilizations grew and developed. Okay. I think you all know about Neolithic man, right? Okay. ये कब शुरू हुआ था? Any idea? When did we have the Neolithic man? Around 10,000 years, correct. So agriculture and use of fire, this happened around 10,000 years ago. Write down that social living, agriculture, okay, marked the Neolithic revolution of man. Marked the Neolithic revolution of man. Neolithic means the new Stone Age. Neolithic is the new Stone Age. Take all of you? Okay. So we have taken care of, okay, and see these topics syllabus mein nahi hai directly, but we have a topic called as population distribution. We do have a topic called as racial diversity. Okay, and in your paper 1 environment topic, we have one section topic called as, okay, what is the ecological evolution of man. So I put them all together as a part of studying how man evolved under population geography. Okay? Okay, so now we'll have a quick change here. So all the students, others know, some of them new students here. We have 2 activities post class. Okay, hain to bahut sare, but no 2 of them. One is on Friday and one is on Saturday. Okay, Fridays we have current affairs compilation, and this compilation is thematic. What I am doing, I'll explain afterwards eventually. What we are doing is, say the month of July, there is first Friday, then there is second Friday, there is third Friday, and there is fourth Friday. What I do is, in the month of July, we consolidate the current affairs of June and July. So on first Friday, we'll consolidate all which has happened as a part of science, technology, and geographical places. On another Friday, I will do all environment compilation. On another Friday, we do all economy compilation. And then we also have a lot of polity compilation. So I recommend this to all of you. This habit of doing current affairs same day is a bad idea. Okay, because current affairs develop hota hai. Okay, today one development, so Hamas says let us have truce. Tomorrow one more development, Israel also agrees on truce. Third day कोई bombing कर दिया, fifth day फिर bombing हो गया. So ऐसे करते करते it takes you 1 month for something to develop into a current affairs proper. So I recommend, don't do current affairs, say it's a bad habit. It's a wrong strategy. Do current affairs 1 महीने पुराना करना. And let us help you on that. We'll help you guide कि क्या पढ़ना है, क्या नहीं पढ़ना है. Okay. So today's Friday at 3:30 we have the compilation for science, technology, and all the important geographical places. Okay? So all of you, it's free. It's your choice. आप आए नहीं आए. Okay, I know this troubles you. Some people start off, they can't maintain the momentum, but see if you can be part of that. That's one. Then on Saturdays at 3:30, we also have article reading sessions. So it is I and Banke sir who share this. Last 2-3 weeks I was not around, so Banke sir was handling bulk of it. Now that I am back, okay, again we both will share. ये आपका कल होगा 3:30. We'll take some articles and tell you what we'll do there. Okay, so all the old and new students, okay, for current affairs, you can depend on us. We'll ensure that we complete whatever is required. Okay, आपका काम है take notes and revise and memorize whatever you can. ठीक है? Yeah, online also same thing. You have your separate link. Okay, you can follow that link, no problem. Okay, now I request the new students, your today's class is over. Okay, I have some backlogs of the last batch. I must teach them for another 45 minutes. Okay, so the new students, you come back again at 12 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have full 2.5 hours. Okay, for today's class, I'm done. I was initiating the process. So the new students can leave, the old students stay back. Yeah, thanks on my side. Thanks for being patient, all of you. Human geography, geography made simple series. 3:30, Udit. But tomorrow, regular classes, 12 to 2. You have that. Today, 3:30, all of you. जो भी जा रहे हो, take a walk, take a break, take a lunch maybe, and be back at 3:30, offline students. किसका? हाँ, चलेगा. No, not much has changed. Page numbers will be different.
I'm really willing to join your classes.
Chalo, good, welcome. The old students, please stay back. Okay, I have to teach a hill area development, desert development, island development, and so on. Yeah. So I'm presuming the older ones are back. चलो शुरू करते हैं. Yeah, start off. Okay, let's start off. Okay. One, again, I'm sorry you had to disrupt yesterday's class. Okay. ना जिंदगी मौत हमारे हाथ में होती नहीं है, right? Who goes when? Okay. Yeah, thanks for being patient there. So I was doing RDP topics. Change कर दो. Okay. So we come back to our discussions. Yes. Okay. So your friend has been asking me what is the difference between catchment area, what is drainage basin, and what is watershed. Okay? Command area. Okay. You can also add the term what is command area. Nice question. Okay. Let me explain this, all of you. Like online, are you all ready? Lunch break nahi hai, just a shift of the class. Okay? Okay. So catchment area is the area from where a river catches its waters. So agar mountain hai, okay, and there's a mountain here, the river flows here, the river catches its water, okay, from the slopes, from the mountains, okay, some small streams here, ye main river. So all the slopes, okay, even the forests here, ये सब मिला के catchment area. When I say catchment area, it is the upper slopes and upper streams of a river. It's a human concept or a physical concept? It's what? A human or physical? It's a physical concept, correct. The natural entity, the slopes of. When I say drainage basin, I mean the river and its floodplains. ये river है and the floodplains. This is the drainage basin. So Ganga basin क्या है? Largely the floodplains and its main river. But lot of discussions में we also include catchment inside drainage basin also. It's not wrong. Okay, so catchment in discussions, catchment can be seen as part of drainage basin also. It's not wrong. ठीक है? अच्छा. What is a watershed? What's a watershed? Watershed is the crest line. The crest line, okay, that separates drainage basins. Okay, so this line is what's a shed? Shed का मतलब क्या है? Something is slanting like this, a shed here, a cow shed. Okay, so shed is that crest line that separates two drainage basins. So think of Aravallis as a watershed. So watershed in that sense is essentially the water divide. ठीक है? Physical है कि human concept है? It's a physical or human concept. Again, it is a physical concept. Drainage basin क्या है? It's also a physical concept. ठीक है? Okay. Now, when I use watershed, okay, as a planning concept, इसका मतलब क्या है? It is the water divide, the catchment, the plains, the river valley, the forest, the agriculture, the tribes, the farmers. This is called as watershed as a planning unit. कि all the area bordered by this highland area. एक highland area है, इस mountains हैं यहाँ पर. Okay, the slopes are here, the river comes from somewhere here, the river flows like this. So when I talk about this entire basin with the catchment and the divide as the boundary, I call that as a planning concept. You're planning for water management, planning for rural development, planning for agriculture. So this watershed is not same as this watershed. This is a physical concept. It is a divide of river basins. This is a human concept. So what we are studying is watershed as a human entity, जो हमने बनाया है. We make this region as one region which has integration of forests, slopes, plains, rivers, the tribes who live here, the farming practiced here, and let's plan for all of them in an ecological way. So हमारे syllabus में ये वाला concept है. What is a watershed as a planning concept? All fine here? I think I have the question with me. Okay. Although they have put that under geomorphology, look at this question. The question is, this was a question asked in 2021. It says, stream basins and drainage divides. Stream basin, the streams with their plains, and the divides are important components to delineate a watershed area. Question likho. Write the question down, all of you. A question of 2021. Paper 1 में पूछा हुआ question है. Stream basins and drainage divides. Stream basins and drainage divides are important components to delineate, D-E-L-I-N-E-A-T-E, delineate a watershed area. Explain. Okay. Tell us why this is a good way of designing a watershed. Why? Because this separates river basins, because there's integration of flow systems, because the slopes decide the downstream water conditions, because the stream basin has resources for agriculture, and you are integrating them together into one unit. River with the river. The link the forest, ye to kar rahe in watershed planning, that's what we are doing. I'm linking everything with the river system. The soil, the forest, the slope, the farming, the agriculture, you are linking all of that into one unit. This is a very nice concept of planning of a region. Okay? Acha. What's a command area? Command area is the area irrigated by an irrigation system. So command area of canal, command area of a tube well, command area of a tank. So area commanded by an irrigation system or an area served by an irrigation system is the region's command area. So watershed planning mein sara aa jayega. I'm managing command areas of rivers, streams and canals. I'm managing the watershed divide line. I'm managing the basin and its catchment area. Okay? This also is a human concept. So watershed as a physical concept is not same as watershed as a planning concept. So ये पूछ सकते हैं आपको. Tell us why watershed is a good concept in regional planning. All the discussions we had, ecological hai, sustainable hai, farming, the needs are taken care of, upstream, downstream integration we have. We take care of floods, we take care of droughts, those take care of agriculture-based activities and industries. So why is watershed an ecological concept? Why is watershed a good planning concept? What is watershed-based planning? Is explaining these concepts itself. All fine? Okay? Okay, let's move on now. So I had discussed what is disparities in India. ठीक है. So disparities Pandey committee, disparities Vanchu committee, disparities, okay, the Sarma committee report, and we have Raghuram Rajan report. And what I mean by regional planning for disparities. So one of the earliest schemes that we had, okay, which was only about industrial planning. Now we have moved on towards more holistic planning. Okay, so health bhi hai, education bhi hai, infrastructure bhi hai, income bhi hai. That is the new approach we have under, okay, the aspirational districts program. This was a question asked just 2 years ago. Okay, what is ADP? Let me tell you the question. This was asked in 2022. Why do disparities in development, write the question down. Why do disparities in development and incomes, why do disparities in development and incomes between regions, why do disparities in development and incomes between regions persist in large countries like India? Why disparities in development and incomes between regions persist in large countries like India? How does the recent ADP plan address the issue? How does the recent ADP plan address the issue? ठीक है? ADP is the aspirational district program. It's more holistic. Social issues are taken care of. Okay, it talks about education, infrastructure, health. Explain karo pura. How it was earlier only on income industries. Now it is a bit more comprehensive. Explain that. And its culmination as the ODOP, one district, one product program under ADP. Okay, some of you have done that. Good enough. Okay. So let us take up the other programs. I'll start with Hill Area Development Program. Hill Area Development Program. Now, I told last time that in geography you have to focus on the philosophy of the program, not the facts and details too much. कि hill area development कौन सा area के लिए है? Okay. Hill area development deals with what issues and what are the challenges in the implementation. Okay. So when I say hill areas, our program is largely for, write down, first point, hill area development programs, hill area development program, originally meant for, it was originally meant for the Himalayan region. Meant Himalayan region. So Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. But thereafter it has been expanded to rest of Northeast. Thereafter expanded for rest of the Northeast and also peninsular plateau. And also the peninsular plateau. ठीक है, तो ये कहाँ कहाँ applicable है? Next, write down. Number 2, write down. The following are the challenges of all hill areas. Some following are the common challenges of all the hill areas. Okay. Number 1, generally, hill areas are more wetter. Generally, hill areas are more wetter. On average, they have a rainfall of more than 100 centimeters annually. They are wetter. The rainfall more than 100 centimeters annually. Okay. So number 3, this makes the hill areas in general prone to landslides, prone to floods and landslides. ये common problem है. Okay. Third, in general, the slopes are unstable. Both Western Ghats and also Himalayas. The slopes are unstable. Okay. Unstable Himalayas may because of tectonic reasons and human activities. In Himalayas, they're unstable because of tectonic factors, earthquake regions हैं, along with human activities like deforestation. ठीक है, construction and so on. Whereas the peninsular plateau is geologically stable. Peninsular plateau is geologically stable. But is unstable because of urbanization, construction, mining, urbanization because of construction, mining, and plantation agriculture. जैसे कि if you look at Kerala slopes or Maharashtra ka slopes, like although it is not earthquake prone region, because you have cut down the forest, you have done lot of railway lines, roads, urbanization. Okay, so any heavy rainfall, the area can have landslides. So Kerala is one of the worst affected areas because of this factor. Kerala has lot of construction, plantation agriculture, mining also makes the area unstable. This is a common problem. The reality of the hill area regions. Okay. And also add one point that hill areas are also tribal regions. Hill areas are also tribal regions. Okay. And with very high biodiversity. Very high biodiversity. In fact, you know this now. Himalayas and Western Ghats both are hotspots of India, correct? Okay, India has 4 hotspots. 3 of them are the Himalayas, Northwest, Himalayas, Northeast, and Western Ghats. All the 3 are hotspots. They could have back and mention. The Western Ghats and Himalayan region are biodiversity hotspots. ठीक है, ये common reality है. Now give a heading. What are the challenges? What are the challenges of hill regions? So one challenge, I said, they are flood-prone regions because of heavy rainfall. The flood-prone regions because of heavy rainfall. Okay. ये बड़ा interesting paradox है. The flood-prone regions, they're also drought regions. Number 2 is they're also chronic drought regions of India. So I hope you understand now. Droughts is not about rains. Droughts is about the ability to use the water for irrigation. So slopes हैं, not easy to channelize the water, not easy to make canals. Slopes हैं, so water percolation is less, water runs off very fast. So all hill areas of India are drought prone areas of India. Okay. Water is always managed through tankers यहाँ पर. आप अगर शिमला भी चले जाएंगे ना, they bring water from the tankers, from the low slopes of the Himalayan regions. So they are chronic water problem areas of India. Okay. Third, poor soils. They are poor soils. Steep slopes. Poor soils, steep slopes. Low agricultural potential and productivity. Low agricultural potential and low agricultural productivity. Okay. So these regions have, in general, very less agricultural occupation prospects. Very less agricultural occupation factor, say prospects. So hill regions are chronic regions of out migration. यहाँ पर employment problems होगा, यहाँ पर very heavy out migration happens here. Across hill regions, Himalayas, Northeast, they are out migration regions. Okay. Next. So they are backward regions. They are poor regions of India. Backward regions, poor regions in India. Limited infrastructure, in particular, connectivity is very poor. Connectivity is very poor. Okay. They have high tribal populations. So very high cultural diversity. Tribal populations, very high cultural diversity. Now that makes them also conflict prone. It makes them also conflict prone regions. Northeast, you have seen all the conflicts, okay, is around forest land, agricultural land, right? Domicile areas, non-domicile areas, so Kukis, Nagas, okay, fight with the Mizos, okay, conflicts related to ethnicity and so on. Next add karo. The Himalayan regions also have border security problems. The Himalayan hill areas, they also have border security problems. अच्छा, borders में है, so these areas are also vulnerable to smuggling of goods and also narcotics. A persistent problem of Himalayan regions is drug abuse. Narcotics and drug abuse. Alcoholism, very high alcoholism. सब border में है, trans-border trade, trans-border smuggling. Northeast Himalayas are closer to your golden triangle, Laos, Thailand, Myanmar. The northwest is more closer to the golden crescent, Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan, and Himachal, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, the Tibetan borders. Okay, so please, all of you do this, okay? You have to draw diagrams and show these. Okay? Show the proximity here. So this is very close to the golden triangle east mein, Myanmar. We have got Laos, Thailand wala drug region. On this side, okay, you have this golden crescent like this. We have got Afghanistan, we have Pakistan, Iran, एक arc है यहाँ पर. So you have got drug is here, drug on that side. Or Tibetan region है, you also have lot of smuggling across this. So draw these diagrams and show. The golden crescent, drug menace. Yes, this is one of the highest areas of heroin production. Bulk of the world drug trade happens from here. From here into Myanmar, into Manipur, northeast, और यहाँ से global supply. ठीक है? These are some of the challenges of the hill regions. Okay, and you can always add, I've mentioned that, biodiversity and ecological problems also. So what are the solutions? Okay, now see, don't by heart the agenda of hill area development. You must anticipate क्या क्या हो सकता है. Take a list. One is, okay, because ये fragile areas हैं, sustainable agriculture. And we are promoting more and more of organic farming. I hope you know we are doing this for Northeast at least. Sustainable agriculture, organic farming. The Northeast and Sikkim is being developed as the organic hub of the world. Organic farming hub जो होगा, वो Northeast होगा. That's one solution that we have. Horticulture is very important solution. Trees-based horticulture. Okay, apple, okay, mango orchards, okay, we have kiwi production. Okay. So horticulture is northeast also important for medicinal plants, aromatic plants. They have got a lot of boost under the Ayush ministry, okay, preserving forest for the medicinal values that they have. Okay, next is slope management. Slope management is a very important component. Say afforestation programs, construction of retaining walls, construction of retaining walls. Okay. Next is promotion of tribal culture and tribal activities. Tribal culture and tribal activities. Okay, so we are promoting tribal handicrafts, tribal shawls, tribal woodwork, tribal knitting. Okay, they come under the state's tourism ministries, tribal activities. Okay, then we have water management and rainwater harvesting systems. Water management and rainwater harvesting systems. And most important activity we are promoting is ecotourism. Ecotourism as one of the most, okay, or the largest employment sector after agriculture. We are trying to promote it. You can also mention next point, special development funds and programs for Northeast. Special development funds and programs for the Northeast. Up jayega answer. What are the hill regions? What are the problems? And what are the components under Hill Area Development Program? I'll just show this to you. If you are carrying your textbooks, otherwise आप page number लिख लो आप. Okay. So page 14.26. Page 14.26. Okay, so you have this Hill Area Development Program. ये facts आप उतार लो textbook से. Okay, how much is hill area? About 30% of India, something here. So states, Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir. So we have Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Darjeeling, West Bengal, Northeast, Mizoram, and all of them. And all of them, they were once classified as special category states. Okay, so plus some parts of the plateau also. Aravalis we have, Western Ghats we have, Central Hills we have. Okay, so all of that. So typically, areas mein kya problem? The problems of hill areas. Next page 27 mein. The problems include, okay, they have rugged topography, economic cultural settings, they have problems of political conditions, natural human aspects, focus on land, mineral, water, biotic. Okay, the problems related to women issues, their development. Jhum cultivation is a very big problem. Okay, deforestation, northeast mein, jhuming is an important problem. You can add this point here. Okay, what are the thrust areas in development? Agriculture is a thrust area. Horticulture, livestock, animal husbandry, cottage industries, employment for the youth. Ekdam general terms, discourage jhuming. So sit down with these notes for just 15-20 minutes, you are done. Okay. The hill area requires, it says, a suitable industries. It requires suitable industries. Okay. It requires cottage industries like handloom, carpets, and so on. Okay. A very important, attract tourists. Okay. Focus on herbs, fruits, flowers, pharmaceutical, yes, you can. Okay. Biological wealth, botanical wealth, and so on. Okay, it's a very generic writing. You don't have to bother. Ek baar padh lo, take up the points, you are done. Yes, yes, Ashish, you are on. You are on. ठीक है, all done? Fine, let's move on. Next is desert development regions or desert development program. Desert development. So, first is India has two types of deserts. Two types of deserts. We have the hot desert and we have the cold desert of Ladakh. So when I say desert development, I focus on the hot desert because the cold desert is part of the hill area development programs. They're part of Ladakh alag se. So desert development program focuses more on the hot deserts, the extreme western parts of Rajasthan. So DDP is pe lagu hota hai, not on Ladakh. Ladakh ke alag programs hai. Okay. Now, what is the location? Location, western Rajasthan, west of the 40 centimeter ISO height. West of the 40 centimeter ISO height. There is one ISO height like this. This is the 60 centimeter ISO height. एक ISO height यहाँ पर है. This is the 40 centimeter ISO height. और एक इधर आ जाएगा. This is 20 centimeter ISO height. So all the areas which are west of the 40 centimeters, this is where we apply the desert development programs. So western Rajasthan, west of 40 centimeter ISO height. Next slide down. These are areas. क्या conditions क्या हैं? Okay, they are very dry conditions, high evaporation losses, very dry conditions. Okay, very hot summer conditions. Average temperatures can exceed 45 centigrade. Okay, there are problems of sand dunes and sand dune migrations. Sand dunes and sand dune migrations. Most of these regions are devoid of dense forests. They are devoid of dense forests. Okay. What are the problems, the conditions? What are the problems? Problems are water issues, poor agriculture, water issues, poor agriculture, chronic drought regions and a very high land fallowing. Chronic drought regions and very high land fallowing. Okay. Out migration problems. Out migration because of limited prospects. And what we realize is these areas are one of the most vulnerable areas for desertification, expanding deserts, badland, deserts, high vulnerability to desertification. अच्छा, तो यहाँ पर एक और प्रॉब्लम है. Because of less agriculture, okay, more out migrations, these also have problems of cross-border smuggling. Arms का भी कुछ हद तक, and also okay, drugs. Not as rampant as Kashmir and Punjab, but they also have problems of cross-border smuggling. So it's essentially also a security threat for us. Also a security threat, okay, for the country. Okay. So what is a drought region? What are its conditions? कहाँ पर है? And what are the problems? अब आप बताओ solutions क्या हो सकता है? Let's see. Okay. What are solutions? water management, okay, afforestation, so stop deforestation, okay, generating employment. What way? Good thing here is this area has good soils. Remember, Loessic soils यहाँ पर हैं. So a canal system, Indira Gandhi Canal is the solution here. ये पूरा region is under the Indira Gandhi Canal. और पंजाब से लेकर ऐसे, this is the Indira Gandhi Canal like this. It helps agriculture in these regions. So इसका advantage area है. That they have good, they are not typically desert soils, they are Loessic soils. Okay, they are fluvial systems. यहाँ पर साउथ में जो रिवर लूनीस का फ्लड प्लेन्स भी है यहाँ पर है. What are the points? Yes, now you have got solar power, correct. Wasteland based solar power, correct. Tourism, खासकर the heritage tourism. They have got monuments, havelis. We're promoting that for tourism. Forts are here. Yeah, go on, write down. Solutions include, one is water management, rainwater harvesting. यहाँ पर बहुत जोहड़स हैं, JOHAD, जोहड़. There are earthen embankments, johars. Next is irrigation expansion. Because Indian deserts have fertile Loessic and fluvial soils. Indian deserts, Rajasthan deserts have fertile Loessic, Loessic, Loessic and fluvial plains. Northern part में सतलज का plains है, southern part में river Luni के flood plains. So this area has good fertile soil. Okay, within bracket mention the expansion of Indira Gandhi Canal. Expansion of Indira Gandhi Canal. Indira Gandhi Canal does both irrigation and also drinking water. Irrigation and also drinking water. Okay. Third, we talked about tourism. In particular, heritage tourism. Heritage tourism. बीकानेर, जैसलमेर, जोधपुर, okay, Nagaur districts, ये सारे areas में you got rich heritage of forts, okay, old monuments. Okay, so manage that. Tourism. Yes, खासकर this chili, no, degi mirch. Okay. Degi red chilies, they are a GI tag, correct? ये सब topics में ना you don't get trapped by syllabus में क्या है. Whatever you know from GS, new programs, सारा apply करो. ठीक है? Yes, handicrafts, खासकर textile based है. Okay, tie and dye, batik textiles. Okay. Yes, please, whatever you know here. So tribal region, and these are important tribal belts also. Good amount of tribal population here. Okay, so continue. Now, one important initiative is afforestation programs and development of shelter belts. Afforestation and development of shelter belts. Shelter belts. So I think you know about this Porbandars se leke Panipat tak, the green wall of India. Okay, but from here it goes all the way up to Panipat. The green wall is part of stopping the expansion of the desert. We call these as shelter belts. ये plantations हैं for stopping the expansion of deserts. The green wall of India from Porbandar up to Panipat. Okay, and next is solar energy. Rajasthan and Gujarat दोनों को develop करना चाह रहे हैं. Kutch regions also as the hub for solar energy. As a hub for solar energy. These two states account for almost more than 35% of India's solar energy production. Gujarat and Rajasthan together account for more than 35% of India's solar energy production. Okay. So, agar solar hai and you have got connectivity. Okay. So, connectivity important hai. Khaskar, we are planning this, Delhi, Mumbai expressway. Okay. Plus, we are also planning Amritsar, say Kandla. Okay. An express corridor again. Down. Two major infrastructure projects. Two major infrastructure projects. One is Delhi-Mumbai Expressway and Freight Corridor. Delhi-Mumbai Expressway and Delhi-Mumbai Freight Corridor is one. A series of industries honge yahan par. The second is Amritsar to Kandla, Amritsar-Kandla Expressway. Jamnagar, yes. Kandla, Jamnagar Expressway. It'll link Mundra also for that matter. तीनों पास पास ही तो हैं. Okay, जामनगर अलग साइड हो जाता है. So these are two major projects. So imagine power भी है, connectivity भी है. Okay, then to all industries are possible here. Okay, I don't know if India can think on those lines, but no harm in developing this area something like that NEOM project of Saudi Arabia. The line project सुना है आप लोगों ने? Okay, a very high infrastructure intensive project of Saudi Arabia है. This can become that type of a project. All good here? So desert development, what are the problems, challenges, and what are the solutions? Okay. The next is Island Area Development Program, IADP, Island Area Development Program. See, आपके कोर्स में ये तीन भी है. Command Area Development Program, drought prone area development program, and you have got integrated tribal development program. This I have done while discussing droughts of India. Go back and check your monsoons. Okay. This I will do as a part of population, tribes. This is part of irrigation, agriculture. Okay. The last topic I'm taking up is Island Area Development Program. Right? Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll stop here now because I have the next class at 3:30. I'm gonna start off. So 3:30 current affairs. Okay. Devendra sir will cover science and technology and places in news. And on Monday, I'll extend the class. Monday from 12 to 2:30, whatever, I'll do population geography. Give me 2 days of this kind, I'll finish off your political geography also. This is another 10 minutes, I'll finish off, and then I'll do political geography. Okay? Okay then. Thanks for being patient. Bye. Yeah, request to all of you, online and offline. For some of you, the course is over now, bearing those 2 extra sessions on Monday, Tuesday. Okay, I'm done with it. You can sit down and map the course. Okay, I have, I think, left smaller 6-7 topics. Okay, and some of the topics are very contemporary. Okay, which ultimately, when you come down for the main examination, I'll do that because it requires current affair based treatment. Like say, farmers' conflicts, okay, discussions related to maybe some disasters. Otherwise, I'm done. Okay, so for those the course gets over. you have got about 2.5 months to revise the entire course. Revision में आपको 3 काम कर लेना चाहिए, please. One is all summary done. Number 2, whatever book readings I have told you, whatever pages, I'm sure some of you have not done that. Okay, you please finish that, and the book details add into your synopsis. Third thing, for every unit we have given you some questions to memorize. L1, L2 questions at least. देखो आप लोग करते नहीं हो. That's why before the mains you all struggle. I'm running a main support program now. None of them have done the L1, L2 properly. Partly because time hota nahi hai. But see, for 25, you guys have time. Ek acha page tha, you finished off your foundation topics. I'll start off your enrichment around September something. I'll start off. So आपके पास July है, August है, maybe half of September is there. There's a lot of time to finish off all of these backlogs. Okay, I said about end of August तक खत्म हो जाएगा हमारा. Yes, you still have 15-20 days. तो अभी से ध्यान रख के काम करो ना. देखो synopsis जो है, it is suppose daily work. आप करते नहीं हो तो problem होता है. And for all of you, I've given you workbooks also. We have tried helping you in some ways on that. But ये सब काम अब करना important है. And my target is, please finish all of this, okay, by December end, along with me in the enrichment packages. उसके बाद December, January onwards, get into your prelims process. No, in our prelims program, we had about 40 odd students. 18 of them qualified the prelims. उसमें से at least 8-9 बच्चे थे who were not clearing prelims for the last 3-4 years. उसका एक process method है. So if you give me time to work on you, I can do something there. But अगर April, March में आप लगे पड़े हो answer writing for the mains, your prelims gets compromised. Finish all this work by December, and then we'll sit down with you another 5-6 months. We'll take you through the process of the GS also. Okay? That's one. And the second request is, all of you please take some time to do some feedback for us on the Google reviews also, and write some nice words if you are convinced. If not convinced, then don't write anything. But okay, some good words from you. See, ultimately, okay, look, as a geography teacher, I have a longer legacy. But the institution doesn't have a very long legacy. We're just about 3.5 years old. Okay. And we have been trying. I mean, I'm not saying we're the best process. Answer writing, workbooks, current affairs. It's a huge expenditures for us. If I don't get admissions, I can't run the system. As simple as that. Okay. I mean, good work is fine. Okay, ultimately, I must, it's not easy. You have no idea about what expenditure we incur. Okay, you have a reading room also, sitting down and doing that. So I need you guys to spread some good word about us. Okay, I'm not a cash-rich company to do a lot of advertisements either. I just have one small boat in the metro. Okay, उसके बाद मेरे पास कोई जगह नहीं. I can't spend the kind of money. I would rather spend money with my team, train them up and do something there. Okay, so I look at you guys as our ambassadors. If you can spread a word, say some nice things, okay, and tell us also what all we can do to improvise. Okay, we'll improve whatever we can do there. Okay, so if you can do that part of the work, okay, it'll help me survive in the market. Okay, otherwise I can't survive this. Okay, price war played out. Okay, and I don't know if I could have done the course any faster. I've told you 2 hours, and we finish up class before 2 hours. Okay, I say 6 days a week, but there are sessions we have gone beyond. So you can't hold me guilty for at least not teaching. Okay, and yes, beach mein I do need my breaks. That's when the other teachers come in. Okay, but I think we have done a fair good completion, not 100%, but we have done something. So if you guys can be generous there, okay, write something, tell your friends, okay, keep me motivated also. Yes, do the good work, otherwise I'll retire. Okay. Okay. My family is waiting for me. कि पढ़ाना बंद करो, हो गया, 25 साल पढ़ा चुके हो, कितना पढ़ाओगे? Okay. So I'm resisting that, but only to the extent, okay, you guys can support us. ठीक है? Okay, so if I see you again, nice. Otherwise, okay, give me 2 more days of 2 sessions, I'll be done with political geography. Yes, your sessions of enrichment will start from September onwards. Yeah. Okay, Tanisha, bye-bye. Bye-bye.